Well, it's the American dream for many. That means making a better life for yourself than those before you. But for an increasing number of adults, that no longer feels possible. News 8 Now's Emily Haugen joins us in studio this evening to explain why. Good evening, Emily.
Ken, an Associated Press report reveals that 49% of adults say it's hard for them to improve their standard of living. And even more of them, 54%, believe it's unlikely that young people will do better than their parents. And as I found out, they aren't far off.
As prices rise, it can be hard to get by.
I mean, everything's expensive, even milk, everything, groceries, not just housing, everything's going up in prices.
Not being able to afford daycare and then not being able to work because he's not old enough to be in daycare yet is really struggling for me.
Part of the American dream is the idea of pulling out of that struggle.
For my parents' generation, 90% of them ended up out earning their parents. So it was actually very common for many years in the United States to have children making significantly higher incomes than their parents did.
But a Stanford Center on Poverty and Inequality study shows that has dropped to just about 50%. Single parent Kyle Kenhammer sees that firsthand.
Just having a kid, and that's what motivates me to try to be, at least if not better than what my parents had, but I don't really see that happening.
Plus, an Associated Press poll reveals that most American adults are pessimistic about improving their standard of living. Business professor John Robinson explains there's a reason for that pessimism.
The total amount of income that Americans earn is quite a bit higher, but it's very much concentrated at the highest, like 10 to 15% of earners.
For some, like Heather Berger, earning a degree can serve as a solution.
My hope is that I can maybe attain the same, but not have to put in as many hours. So hopefully that's what my degree is helping me with.
But debt and high wages at the top are keeping many from getting there.
And Robinson explained that things like the child tax credit and the earned income tax credit have served as small relief for some families. But at this point in time, that still isn't enough. Ken?
All right, thanks very much, Emily. If you'd like to learn more about that study, we'll post a link at news8000.com.